Do not linger here after sunset. Beware the glow. The grandchild's keeper walks these roads now. The sun hung low on the horizon, casting long shadows across the familiar red dirt road. Mama Ijoma and Chinonso were returning from the farm, their baskets heavy with yams, cassava, and maize. The day had been long, but the simple joy of completing their work together kept their spirits light. Mama Ijoma held Chinonso's small hand tightly, feeling the warmth of his fingers, the pulse of life that she had promised to protect at all costs. The village around them was quiet, the usual hum of activity replaced by the soft rustle of palm leaves and the distant chirping of evening birds. The air was calm, almost serene, deceptively so. Suddenly, in the distance, the headlights of a car appeared, cutting through the golden haze of the setting sun. The vehicle approached too fast, its engine roaring like a predator in the quiet countryside. Mama Ijoma felt a pang of unease. Her heart pounding, she tightened her grip on Chinonso, urging him to step closer to the edge of the path. But it was too late. The car swerved uncontrollably, tires kicking up red dust. Mama Ijoma screamed, a sharp, desperate cry that pierced the air. Chinonso's laughter, the sound that had always been her life, turned into a terrified shriek. The impact came in an instant. A violent crash echoed across the empty road, throwing dust and debris into the evening sky. The baskets tumbled, yams and cassava scattering into the dirt. When the dust settled, silence enveloped the road. Mama Ijoma and Chinonso lay still, their lives stolen in a single heartbeat. The world that had been bright with love and resilience now lay shattered in the red soil. The villagers arrived soon after, drawn by the noise. Their faces were pale with shock and guilt. Some wept openly, others turned away, unable to bear the sight of what had happened. Whispers spread quickly. Meme Ijioma, Chinonso, gone. Some blamed the reckless driver, others blamed fate itself. But all understood the depth of loss, the end of a life devoted entirely to love, protection, and care. That night, the accident side was quiet, yet something had changed. A faint glow appeared on the red dirt road where the grandmother and grandchild had fallen. It was subtle at first, almost imperceptible, like a flicker in the shadows. But as the hours passed, the glow grew, taking on the shape of a figure, a woman, ethereal and radiant, a presence both sorrowful and angry. Some say the villagers who passed by that night felt a chill in the air, a pressure that made the hair on their arms stand on end. Others swore they saw two small silhouettes, one tall and bent with age, the other tiny and innocent, standing together in the dust. No one dared linger. The road, once familiar and safe, had become a place of fear and mystery. Mama Ijioma's spirit, driven by the love she had promised her grandson, had returned. She lingered on the very road where life had been stolen from her and Chinonso. The world might have taken them, but she would not rest. She would watch, she would wait, and she would ensure that those who approached would feel the weight of her sorrow and perhaps a wrath. The villagers spoke in hushed tones that night. Do not linger here after sunset. Beware the glow. The grandchild's keeper walks these roads now. And so, the village learned a bitter truth. Even in death, love can be stronger than life, and sometimes the promise of protection can become a force that cannot be ignored. The sun had set, but the story of Mama Ijioma and Chinonso was far from over. Their lives were gone, but the road had gained a new guardian, one who would not let their love fade quietly into the night. The camera lingers on the faint, glowing figure standing at the accident site. In the distance, headlights approach once again. A new traveler dares to pass, unaware of the force that waits in the shadows. The wind whispers a warning, but will anyone listen?